Hello, Broadway gymnasts. I hope that you guys had a wonderful Father's Day, and it is now time for our next class. So as you guys know, make sure that you have adult supervision and that you have a nice area for you to work with. So today we're going to focus on leaps. I have talked about leaps before, so today I'm going to teach you a new leap. So, as always, let's get started with our stretch. So I have taught you a normal leap before. I have taught you a little bit about a switch leap. I will review it briefly today because it may come in handy for what we're going to be doing today. I think last week I showed you like a stag leap, the double stag leap. So there's a whole bunch of different ones. So next I'm going to show you one of the ones that I used to compete, which is called a Tour Jete. So a lot of fun. Can be a little bit tricky if you don't keep straight which direction you need to be turning and when you need to be splitting and all that, but I'll go over that later. So, yes, we're doing leaps, which means, yes, we are going to be warming up splits, but that is okay, because splits are good things. Because we are also going to be working on leaps today, we are going to warm up our feet, so that way we can get plenty of height in the air, so that way we have lots of time to do what we need to do, especially while we're figuring it out. And reach for the middle. Good job. And up to the side. Good. All right, so let's go on ahead and warm up our feet. Circles, and you're gonna point it, and you're gonna flex it, and then you're gonna circle, and point, and flex. And we'll go on ahead and do the pike. Good. All right, so as we always do, we'll start with our right leg lunge. Guys, excited about the gym opening? It's starting to work on its way to reopen to all of the gymnasts. Good. All right, so now we're going to slide. Good. Now, I want you to challenge yourself to hold your arms out in a T for 10 seconds. If you cannot, that's all right. It's like if you have to come down, just briefly put your hands back down and then bring them back up. I want you to try to do this. So up, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. And we're gonna switch. Good. And straight. Good. And slide. So we'll go on ahead and get used to being in the split for a little bit before I have you guys put your arms up. Good. All right, here we go. Fix my foot. I can see it's a little bit off to the side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We'll go on ahead and warm up our middle split. Slide. I have a foot in line. Here we go. Awesome job. All right, so now I'm going to move to the part where I am going to lead up to teaching you a Tour Jete. So there's a skill that you should learn before you perform a Tour Jete. It's like a ladder. So you want to learn this first skill in order for you to be able to learn the next one a little bit easier. So this is called a fouette. So let me show you what that is. So essentially what a fouette is, once again, I'm going to remind you that I'm a lefty, so I'm going to, well, I'll make it easier. I'll show you guys the righty version first, and then I'll switch to the lefty version. So righty version, my left leg is going to be on the ground, my right leg is going to be up in the air. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to swing my arms up, and you're essentially going to do a front leg kick, and then what you're going to do is you are going to end in an arabesque, okay? Let's see, yes, okay? So what's going to happen is, how you get there is you're essentially going to jump off of your foot and just spin. So it's going to look a little bit like this. And you want to try to land in that arabesque. That's going to be important for later. So I'm going to show you to the front, so that way you can see which direction I'm turning. So you're on your left leg, you are going to be turning it towards your left, right? Because if you want to try to land in an arabesque, this leg can't spin around very well to land in that arabesque, and you want to be landing on the same leg right now that you started on. So righties, your left leg is down, you should be landing on your left leg, okay? So as I swing my arms up, I'm going to turn to the left and then press them out to the side to land in the arabesque, okay? Woo. I'm going to do my best to hold that arabesque, okay? If you want, I'm going to do it going this way so that you can see me landing in the arabesque as well. Okay, so as you notice, some of the hard part is you got to make sure that you drop your arms at the same time, because as you saw, I dropped this one a little bit earlier, so I landed like this. And the leg that you're kicking should kind of stay still, because your body should just kind of rotate around and this leg shouldn't really move. What some gymnasts try to do is they try to kick this leg out to the side. If you do that, now you're at a diagonal. So it'll look a little bit like this if you kick it out to the side. Actually, you'll see it better if I go this way. Right? So I didn't fully turn all the way around, because the turn comes from the shoulders and the hips to your entire body once again. So lefties, exact opposite, your right leg's down, your left leg's up, and you're going to spin towards your right. So it's going to look like this. Okay? So that is the fouette. And the reason that is important is you need to keep in mind which direction you're turning and which leg you're taking off of. Because now, with the Tour Jete, we're going to add an extra element. And that is going to be that you are going to instead be landing on your opposite leg this time. So, as I said before with the fouette, you're going to start on one leg, your bad leg, and you're going to land on that same leg. This time with the Tour Jete, you're going to start on your bad leg and land on your good leg. So that's the only thing that changes. You're still going to be turning the same direction. You're still going to be taking off of the same leg. Okay? So, have you guys ever heard of a hitch kick before? A hitch kick is wherever you kind of switch your feet in the air. So it looks a little bit like this. Right? I'll show it from the side. Hitch, kick. So as you notice, I started on one leg, but I landed on the other. That's kind of what you're going to be doing in the air. So, let's see, what's the best way to show this to you first? I will show it to you going from the side. And again, I'll show the righty version because this time I do really want to show you both directions because it can be confusing if you don't keep which way you're turning, which leg is going where. So yes, I will show both versions facing sideways and forwards. So, your arms don't change, but for now, if you don't want to worry about the arms, don't worry about them. Just get the legs right first. So, for your righties, you're going to start on your left leg. Your right leg goes up in the air. And then what happens is, as you turn towards the left, instead of keeping this leg in an arabesque, what's going to happen is you're going to switch and land on your right leg, and now a right leg arabesque. So it's going to look like this. Okay? Your arms are going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to use my arms because they help you get up in the jump. and give you more time to switch those legs. Now, one of the things that I want you to keep in mind is that I am switching my legs. I'm not helicoptering them out in like a big straddle, right? So first let me show you the lefty version so that way I can show you the incorrect version better, because I've got better control of my left leg so I can actually show you that. I gotta show you the way forward first. So this is righty version, facing forward, okay? So as you notice, my legs were, again, narrow. So lefty version, similar. I'm gonna face it to the side. You're gonna start on your right leg, left leg goes up, and then your left leg is going to switch to wherever you're now landing on your left leg. So it looks like this. Okay, so I'll show it to the forward. Okay, kicking forward with the left leg. Like that. Okay, so what I mean by the helicopter is like this. Some kids will kick the leg around and kind of like do a big swing around, and that looks like this. So as you notice, I kind of just kept my legs apart and just like windmilled them around. That's different than what you're supposed to do, because what's supposed to happen is you kick this leg up and then you bring your thighs pretty close together as you turn, and then you split them again. So it's not helicoptering around, they pass right by each other, okay? So practice that a bunch of times until you are very confident with which direction you're turning, landing, and all that other kind of stuff. Then once you get past that, then you're going to do the actual Tour Jete, which is, instead of just switching the legs and landing in the arabesque, what happens is now you get to lift your front foot in like a leap. So I'll give you a slightly better explanation for that. And for this, I'm going to stick with the left leg because this is what I'll be able to show you well. This is what I have trained. I have not trained a full right leg Tour Jete. So it would not be very safe to show you on the floor. But let me go on ahead and give you a refresher of just the normal Tour Jete that I've been teaching you so far. Right? Woo! That beanbag. See, this is why you keep your chest up. All right, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit more room. Nothing bad happened, I just dropped my back foot. I just kind of tapped the beanbag. The beanbag was like, hello there, Coach Alyssa. So this time, before I land, what's going to happen is as I switch, instead of stopping and landing in the arabesque, I'm going to kick the front leg and you're going to see me approach a split. Okay? So it's going to look like this. Now as you noticed, I didn't land with my feet together as I'm supposed to. So that means that I need more height and more power. So this is where a chassé comes in. So for the chassé, you're going to want to do a side chassé. So you want to go ahead and practice those. So I'm going to face this way because again I'm a lefty and I'm going to be spinning the other way. So what it is you're going to chassé, and as I bring this foot down in lunge, I'm going to spin and get ready for the Tour Jete. So I'm going to show it coming towards you guys now, right? Chassé, and as I bend, my arms are here, I'm going to swing them down, spin this way, and get ready for the Tour Jete. So, I believe that I am going to go at the diagonal, because that is where I will have the most room, now that I'm adding a chassé. So, you guys can see me, right? Yes. So I'm going to chassé and do the Tour Jete. See, now I landed with my feet much closer together. So that's what you want to practice. So before you want to try the full split and you're nervous about the chassé, you can go on ahead and practice the chassé into the Tour Jete that we were already working on, right? So the chassé just helps give you momentum. So again, the Tour Jete is lifting the front leg, you switch, and then you split. So in that way, it's similar to a switch leap, right? Where you swing one leg forward and then you switch Except this time, the switch is happening in the air. And you're keeping the same leg forward, you're just turning around instead of switching your legs. Pretty fun. So, if you get really good at that, what you can do is called a Tour Jete full, or gymnasts, we like to shorten things. It's called a tour full, right? So, this is what I did. You want to make sure that you have a lot of height. Make sure that you're very comfortable with doing just the half turn first. Because what you're going to do next is as you finish the split, you're then going to close your legs again and finish the full turn. Okay? So that is going to look like this. Make sure I got enough room here. Ta-da! I'll go ahead and do one more tour, but the split is more in the middle, and I will try to give you a slow motion video to where you can see what I'm doing a little bit better, because I can't do it in slow motion, otherwise I'm not going to make it around. So I'll edit the video. So I landed a little bit short, but again, you want to spin around and finish the full turn. So that is it for today's lesson. Again, don't rush anything, go at your own pace. You want to learn the fouette first, then the Tour Jete, then incorporate the chasse into it, then work on the tour half, right, wherever you're just doing the half turn split and land. That in itself is a leap pass. You do not have to move on to the full turn. Only do it if you're comfortable. And again, you want to do it in stages. So if you're going to work your way up to the tour full, don't try to go from a half to a full. You want to go from a half to about here, and then a half to about here. You kind of just want to eke your way around until you make it to the full turn, right? Let it happen naturally. Your body will adapt, okay? Great job today, gymnasts, and I will see you next time.